Hi guys, you're welcome to my channel. I am OT Josh. So in this video I want to do some live trading on the topic I just explained concerning demand and supply. So basically what I want to do is to show the whole process. I don't want to just go ahead taking trades. I want to show the whole process of how we get this supply and demand. For instance, we are here. I told you the supply and demand. To get the zone you use the wicks, and there are different shapes you watch out for, like the rally base um drop, rally base drop, or the yeah or the drop base rally. Now if you look at this is a whole shape, like a uptrend, ranging, and downtrend. But in a case like this, where we have something as like this, we can get the rally base drop just like that. So what we do, we look we use candlestick mats. We call it candlestick mats. So it's something like this: an upward candlestick, a downward candlestick like this, up like this, down like this, and a drop. So we have the drop. We have something like this: the drop, the base, and the drop. So this base here becomes this green candle that shows consolidation. This drop here becomes this drop from here, and this second drop becomes this one. So we are going to mark it now. How do we mark it? We mark it like this. And this is I told you this is a conservative approach. You mark the both wicks, the upper and the lower wicks here. Now you can also use only the body, but like I said, you mark both wicks. Now if you look at the video, I told you that when these demand zones, supply zones, when they are made, you find out that price tends to go back up there. Why do price go back up there? Because the buyers, or sorry, the insiders will not push the price at once down. They'll do it little by little. So when they push it down, they'll take it back up a little bit and push back down again. So because it's not coming here, I'm going to use this one. I'll use this wick here. That means this green candle. I'm using the wick here, and I'm using the body, this last body. It's still the same thing. So with this now, let me remove this one. I want to show you something. Now with this, now if I go to a lower time frame, let me say 15 seconds time frame, and I look at this, see the rally. Now this is a ranging, is not an uptrend, it's also ranging drop. So we have this whole place here as the what this is the supply zone. We have it as the supply zone. Going back to the 1 minute, this is what we have here. Even this week is kind of part of it. Yes, this week is kind of part of it, but since we are going in a downward direction, I used only this one. So what we should do now is looking at this place for price to come back in. Again, I can use a bigger zone by coming to the past at that point, and this is it here. Okay, now I'm seeing a good zone. You see this week here, exactly here, that red candle. Let me show you. Okay, now this place here and this place here, this now is a what demand zone. You see the B movement that left this place, how price left here. This is a demand zone. So I've gotten a demand zone. Yes. Oh, let me remove the past ones. Okay, this is the demand zone. So why is it not going up? I will show you why now, because we will think since it's a demand zone, this candle should go up. Now when it's here, we are going to look for what? Confirmation patterns. Now before you start looking for your confirmation patterns, I told you you should use some filters which is straight in the direction of the trend. Now as you can see, this is a naked chart. It's a naked chart. You see how the price is reacting? Demand zone is pushing it, but just wait, let me show you. Now I bring in my EMAs, to know the direction of the main trend. So I'll add them now. What is the direction? Direction, you have the 20 flat, the 200 is flat, the 20 is steep. So it's a downtrend, but not a strong downtrend. Why? Because you can see this 20 EMA, a 200 EMA is flat. It shows ranging. So the market was like a ranging market that is starting to go down. How is it starting to go down? This is where we use common sense. If you look at here, you see a dead cross. A dead cross is when the faster EMA crosses over the slower EMA to the downward direction, adding to the downward pressure. If you look at this part here too, you see the 20 EMA and the 20 SMA pointing downward. So it is all giving you what idea that it's a downtrend. Now, what do we do now? There is a way. Excuse me. Okay. Now, why am I doing this? You can see now that there is a way, that the candlestick behaves. I told you there are three ways it behaves. Number one of those ways is rejection. Now, if you are trading and you see this candle, this is the number one way, rejection. But mind you, this rejection is not in line with the overall trend. So you ignore this signal. This is not the signal we need. Number two way is the fake breakout. The fake breakout means when this candle now comes out of this place and you think it will go up, then it continues going down. And number three way is how this demand turns to supply. Now remember that this zone is being drawn from the past, which was a demand. So now what is going to work for us is this. Demand has now turned into supply. Why has demand turned into supply? Not because of the candlestick alone, but because of the general trend. Like we see, it's going from a ranging to a downtrend. I showed you the dead cross. I showed you how these two EMAs, the 20 EMA and the 20 SMA, they are aligned in a downward direction. You understand? So this is why it will go down. Now it's not going to go down long. Why? Because this 20 EMA is the 200 EMA is still flat, so it will kind of drag price back a bit. But with the general with because of the demand zone, it's going to come down, at least come down to this round number here. Let me show, because these round numbers, they are responsible for dragging price to themselves. So let me mark it here. So you can see now, like I said, there are three ways it can go. A fake breakout, you can see all the rejections. Now, these are the kind of rejections you pay attention to. These are the rejections you pay attention. But I believe this last candle is going to close below this closing price. And when it closes below this closing price, it may start to reverse. But first of all, before it reverses, the work of the demand that has now turned supply would be fulfilled. So this is how it works. Now, mind you, assuming we use the 1 minute expiration, we can get this in the morning. We can also get this in the morning by using a higher expiration, a higher entry point, margin of safety, for those of you who know this. But then we used 3 minutes because we just need to avoid all the dramas of finding a good entry point. So we used 3 minutes, but I took a wrong entry point. Normally this trade is supposed to be inside this demand. I did it outside, but it's supposed to be inside this demand. Now you can see, if you go back to the video, for those of you who have not watched it, go back to that video, you'll find out that the explanation I made, I did it, but then I also made a mistake when I talked about common mistakes, common error. You're doing it too fast. This trade now is supposed to be inside the zone. So please take note. Now I am lucky. Now because I am lucky, I may feel for, let's say, for a beginner trader, you may feel this is how to trade and go ahead trading from this place instead of the zone. So you have to be careful. Make sure you get everything right. The market will come to you. You don't have to chase. It comes to you. You see it, and I told you it should be in one of the lessons. I told you the demand, it should be clear. It's not, there is nothing like maybe or if not. So watch this video again. It's just one example. Watch this again and pick out those points that I have told you about. or go back to the last video and make sure you listen to what I have said and see how I broke it down here. I'm doing this video because one of our subscriber asked me to do a explanation video, sorry, an example of the explanation that I give, and this is why I'm doing this. And also, if you want to get the ebook, you can get it from the link in the description of this video. The ebook will be um, the link will take you to my WhatsApp, where I can tell you how you can get the ebook. So if this is your first time, please do it to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, take care and bye bye.